Good day, yogis. This is Stephen Chang coming to you live from Simha Yoga Lab in Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the full streaming schedule, as well as my payment information for Venmo and for PayPal. My preferred way of payment is through Venmo, and my handle is Simha Yoga Lab, and the 4-digit ID code is 8096 if you're prompted for it. Classes are $10. If you're having a difficult time right now, $5 is fine. Please do the best you can. I stream through Instagram and Facebook, and then the videos are saved and posted. And then the same videos are uploaded into my YouTube channel, which is Simha Yoga Lab. And for those of you who are not streaming with me, it is actually better for you to go to YouTube, because the audio and the video from YouTube is much better. You can also pull it up onto your smart TV for your practice. So it's actually a much better video experience. So if you're not streaming with me and you're just kind of taking class throughout the day, then better to just kind of use the YouTube platform. So that's my recommendation to you, especially if you're a little bit shaky on the Instagram and the Facebook videos. Okay, today's class is Intermediate Advanced. It is a level 2, level 3. So there are a lot of different variations here. The class is a little bit stronger. So if you're newer to my practice, make sure that you check in and pull back wherever the pose is a little bit out of your range. Just be mindful not to hurt yourselves, right? And if I'm offering a variation that is out of your range, you can always pull it back to the basics, or maybe you can modify it according to whatever injuries or limitations that you're working with, right? Or just altogether, maybe you're just not as strong or flexible enough, so pull back a little bit. Always customize the poses to what your abilities are, right? So that's what the yoga practice is about. It's customizing everything according to your needs. So make sure you do that. All right, for those of you who are tighter around the hips or your lower back, I recommend elevation with a block, with a blanket, a book or two, and also your towels. Okay, so elevation will make your cross-leg position a lot more comfortable, accessible. Okay, palms face up. Fingers come together, mudra, thumb and index fingers touching. Grounding evenly through your seat, sitting up tall with the shoulders broad. Start to regulate your breath by breathing only through your nose. And when you're ready, Ujjayi breath, ocean's breathing. Slight restriction to the back of the throat and creating the ha sound as you inhale and exhale. Three arms together in the air. Keeping the eyes closed, hands together in prayer or from the heart, pressing the thumbs into your heart, heart back into the thumbs, lifting the heart up toward the sky, setting your intention for your yoga practice, devoting your practice to someone or something, or to yourself, your supreme self that lives within your heart. Chanting the mantra for purification, purifying the space in which you practice yoga. Call and response. Om Pavitraha, Om Pavitraha, Pavitrawa, Pavitrawa, Sarva Vushtan, Gato Piva, Yaha Smarit, Pundrikaksham, Pudrikaksham Sapahya Sapahya Bihyandraha Bihyandraha Suchihi Suchihi. Starting to open the eyes and let the palms face up. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, right ear to the right shoulder, right hand to the left side. Elongate through the left side of the neck. And draw the chin toward the right shoulder. Release back to center, drop the right hand, left ear to the left shoulder, left hand to the right side. Chin toward the left shoulder. Release back to center, drop the left hand, chin toward the chest. Big circles with the head in one direction, ear to one side, roll it back. Opposite side, roll the center. Take a few more rounds at your own pace. Chin back to center and pause. And then taking the opposite direction. And then back to center again. Lifting the chin parallel to the floor, neutral spine, coming off your blocks. Extend the legs forward, separating your feet. Hands supporting to your side and turn your toes toward each other. And then roll out, draw in, roll out, draw in. Outer rotation, circling. Back to center, switch around. And then back to center again. Cross your shins, opposite shin on top. Raise the arms up high and extend. Exhale, twist to the right. Back to center, arms up. Other side. Back to center again. Side bends, right hand down, left arm overhead. Back to center, other side. Center again, legs forward, forward fold. And take it back up. Keep the legs extended, extending arms forward, taking big circles with your shoulders, shoulder rolls. Reach your hands forward, up, back, down, forward, up, back, down. 5 times, forward, up, back, down, forward, up, back, down, forward, up, back, down. Opposite direction, down, back, up, forward, down, back, up, forward, down, back, up, forward, down, back, up, forward, one more, down, back, up, and forward. Hands to the floor. Dandasana. Press your palms down. Broaden your shoulders. Lift up. Activating your chest, your upper back. And start to release. Bend your knees. Hands and knees. Swing the legs back behind you. Alright? Tucking toes under for additional support. Inhale, take the navel down, raise your tail, raise the back of the head. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, arch. Exhale. Inhale, arch. Exhale. Inhale, arch. Exhale, one more time. Inhale, arch. Exhale. Come back to neutral spine, tuck the toes under. Lift the knees, your shins are about parallel to the floor. Holding it here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lengthen out the legs. Shift it back to your down dog. Find a stabilized down dog. And then bend the elbows to almost touch down. Hold it here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, make sure you're hovering, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lengthen back out, come back to down dog. So bending the knees and the arms at the same time, 10 times. Bend, lengthen, bend, lengthen, bend, lengthen, bend, lengthen. 4, bend, 5, bend, 6, bend, 7, bend, 8, bend, 9, bend, 10. Come back to your regular down dog. Inhale, raise your right leg up, 3-legged dog. Right knee in toward the nose and round. Kick it up, open up the hips, bend the right knee to the outside the right arm and touch. Kick it back up, knee comes into twist, touch your left arm. Kick it back up, step the right foot forward, warrior 1. Practice your arms, palms face forward. Draw the arms in toward each other. Inhale, open and take it as far back as you can. Draw the arms in. Inhale, open. One more time. Draw the arms in. Inhale, open. Point the fingertips forward. Extend. Draw the elbows back. Extend. Draw the elbows back. Extend. Draw the elbows back. Flip the palms. Draw the elbows toward each other and reach up. Draw the elbows toward each other, reach up. Draw the elbows toward each other, reach up. Warrior 1, open it up. Warrior 2, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Right hand to the inside of the foot, left arm reaching up. Or you can modify, elbow to top leg, left arm reaching up. Extended side angle, left palm to face down and reach forward. Half bind, left arm up and behind you, stack the shoulders and lean back. Keep the half bind, come up, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to the floor, right foot stepping back plank. Inhale on breath, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left heel up. Exhale, left knee in toward the nose. Kick it up, open up the hips, bend left knee. Left knee, outside the left arm to touch. Kick it back up. Knee comes into twist. Kick it back up. Step left foot forward. Warrior 1. Cactus your arms, palms face forward. Draw the arms in toward each other. Inhale, open. Draw the arms in toward each other. Inhale, open. Draw the arms in. Inhale, open. Stay here. Reach your fingertips forward. Extend. Draw the elbows back. Extend the arms forward. Draw the elbows back. Extend forward. Draw the elbows back. Flip the palms. Elbows toward each other, toward the center line. Reach your arms up. Elbows toward each other. Reach the arms up. Elbows toward each other. Reach your arms up. Warrior 1. Open it up. Warrior 2. Reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Hands to the inside of the foot or elbow to the knee to modify, and then reaching the right arm up. Right palm to face down, extended side angle. Right arm up and back behind you, half bind and stack. Keep the half bind, come up, reverse warrior. And then hands to the floor, left foot stepping back plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right heel up. Exhale, right knee in toward the nose. 2 times. Kick it up. Right knee in. Kick it up, open up the hips, bend the right knee. Right knee to outside the right arm and touch. 2 times. Kick back up, sideward scorpion. Right knee to outside the right arm. Kick it back up, square off. Knee comes into twist. Touch your left arm. Take it back up. Knee comes into twist. Take it back up. Step the right foot forward. Warrior one. Reach your arms forward, down and slightly back. Down, forward, and up. Forward, down and back. Down, forward, and up. Forward, down and back. Down, forward, and up. Take the arms forward to parallel the floor. Open up the arms. Draw the arms in toward each other. Parallel, right? Inhale, open. Exhale, parallel. Inhale, open. Exhale, parallel. Take it back to warrior one. Open it up, warrior two. Lengthen front leg, reach up. Bend the front knee, warrior two. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior two. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior two. Lengthen out the right leg, triangle. Tip the left tip back, right hand forward. Right hand can go to top of the shin. Slide it further down or directly to the floor. Left arm up. Extended triangle, left palm to face down and reach forward. Half bind, left arm up and behind you. Keep the half bind, and if you have to, slightly bend the front knee to soften the hamstrings and the knee before you make your way up, and then re-extend for the reverse triangle. Bend the front knee, hands to the floor. Right foot stepping back, plank. Inhale up, breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale up, dog. Exhale, down dog. So that slight bending of the knee when you come up from your triangle helps to keep your hamstrings safe, right? Because if you have that full extension of the hamstrings and you come up and you're slightly weakened, right? You might pull your hamstrings. So it's actually better if you just bend the knees ever so slightly to soften that stretch to your hamstrings, right? And that will help you ease that tension to come up more safely. All right, second time. Left leg up, left knee in toward the nose. Kick it up, left knee in. Kick it up, open up the hips, bend the left knee, sideward scorpion. Left knee outside the left arm to touch. Kick back up, sideward scorpion, left knee outside the left arm. Kick it back up, square off, three-legged dog. Then knee comes into twist, touch your right arm. Kick it back up, knee comes into twist. Kick it back up. Step the left foot forward. Warrior one. Reach arms forward, down and slightly back. Down, forward, and up. Forward, down and back. Down, forward, and up. Forward, down, and back. Down, forward, and up. Take the arms parallel to the floor, palms face forward. Hands face forward. Inhale, open. Exhale, close to parallel. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Open it up. Warrior two. Lengthen front leg and reach up. Exhale, warrior two. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior two. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior two. Lengthen out the left leg, triangle. Tipping your left hip back, right hand forward. Hand a little higher to top the shins, maybe a little bit lower if you can manage it, or directly to the floor for your triangle. Right palm facing down and extending forward. Right arm up and behind you, half bind. Right, so start to feel for what your hamstrings are doing now, right? If you're taking the full triangle, it is pretty taut here, right? Pretty tight. So you're in full extension. So sometimes if you're weakened here, right, and you press the foot down to lift the torso up, the weight of the torso, it could be too much on your hamstrings, right? So you bend it ever so slightly. You see how a slight bend reduces that tension and that extension in your hamstrings, right? That will now keep you safer as you come up, and as you come up for a reverse triangle, you can re-lengthen your left leg. And go ahead, bend the front knee, hands to the floor. left foot stepping back plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right heel up. Right knee in toward the nose. Kick it up again and step the right foot forward. Low lunge. Raise the arms up high for high lunge. Inhale, lengthen the front leg, reach up. Bend the front knee, arms alongside. Inhale, lengthen, reach up. Bend the front knee, arms alongside. Inhale, reach up. Keep the arms up. Bend the front knee, coming back to high lunge. Now dipping the left knee this time. Bend your left knee to almost touch down. Come back up. Bend the left knee to almost touch down. Come back up. Bend the left knee. Come back up. Hands together in prayer. Twist to the right. Hook the left arm to the outer right knee and apply your twist. Take the right arm back behind you. Half bind. And if you can take the full bind, go ahead and take the full bind. Release all that, come up and around. Warrior two, reverse warrior. Exhale, bound side angle. Right hand inside the foot or elbow to top of the knee. Left arm up and behind you. So this is your half bind. If your shoulders are tight and you want to stay here, then stay here. You don't have to do any more. If you're going further, dip the right shoulder underneath and right arm behind you. And take the bind, lift up, lean back and stack. You may remain holding here. If you have more hamstring flexibility and want to take the bound triangle, go ahead and lengthen out the right leg. Transitioning into bound half moon. You can take that as a half bind with just the left hand behind you and the right hand down. Or keep the full bind and take it forward in the full balance. Bird of paradise, step the left foot down. Switch standing legs. Left foot on the floor, pick up the right leg. If you have the full extension of the right leg, take it. And let's break. Step the right foot back down. Hop the left foot back. Release your binds. Inhale, come up. Reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to the floor. Right foot stepping back plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left heel up. Left knee in toward the nose. Kick it up again and step the left foot forward. Low lunge. Raise the arms up high for high lunge. Lengthen the front leg, reach up on the inhale. Exhale, bend the front knee, arms alongside. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, take it down. Inhale up, keep the arms up, bend the front knee. Then dip the right knee toward the floor, lengthen it back up. Dip the right knee down, lengthen it back up. Dip the right knee down, lengthen it back up. Hands together in prayer, twist to left. Hook the right arm to our left knee, hands together in prayer to twist. Half bind, left arm behind you. If you can take the full bind, go ahead. Release your binds. Inhale, come all the way up and around. Warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, arm side angle. Left hand inside the foot, right arm up and behind you. You may stay there. You can take the elbow to top of the leg again, or take the full bind. Left arm underneath. Lift up, lean back and stack. Now for the next few poses, right? if you're staying in the half bind, it basically remains the same, right? As if you were taking the full bind. If you are lengthening out the left leg for your triangle variation, half bind or full bind. Alright, bend the front knee, half moon. If you're keeping the full bind, keep it. If you're taking the half bind, right hand behind you, left hand to the floor. Step the right foot down, bird of paradise. If you're taking the half bind, right hand behind you, left arm pressing to the inside of the left leg. Otherwise, keeping the full bind and coming up to a standing position, and then we have the full extension of the left leg. Go ahead and take it the best you can. Release. Step the left foot back down, hop the right foot back. On the inhale, come up. Reverse warrior. Hands to the floor. Left foot stepping back, plank. Inhale on breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Alright? Setting up for, if you want to keep it simple, classic headstand. Come up to headstand and stay there in stillness. Or you can take tripod headstand, come up in stillness. Whether you're in classic or tripod, if you want to add on movement, we are taking leg lifts. You're going to lower the legs, arms all the way down, lift back up to vertical. We'll take 5 of them. Okay, so if you're taking the leg lifts, it is actually easier if you take the tripod headstand instead. So go ahead, set up so you have 4 options, or maybe you can just take child's pose if you're not taking any inversions. So classic headstand, tripod headstand. Then classic headstand or tripod headstand with leg lifts. So that's 4 options, or the 5th option is your child's pose. So setting up and lowering. Lift and lower. 5 at your own pace. And then once you're done with 5, you can come down to child's pose however you want. Give you about 3 more breaths to finish up whatever you're doing. Alrighty, take it back to down dog. Inhale, raise your right leg up, 3-legged dog. Step the right foot forward, left knee comes down, crescent moon. If you need to take extra padding to your left knee, go ahead and take it. Set it up and arms up when you're ready. Venus Mudra. Then, once you have your Venus Mudra, you have about 10 breaths to work through whatever variations you like, or you can take the hands back behind your body, hold it there, or start taking it to side bending, right arm, right leg, left arm overhead, or take it to the other direction. Right, so these are all the common variations I give here. Mermaid 1, same hand, same foot. Revolved, Mermaid 1, opposite hand and foot. Mermaid 2, foot to your elbow crease. You can just raise your right arm up, or you can take the bind. Alright, so you have other options. You have your Bekasana, frog pose. You have your Dharma Mitra's twisted variation. Yogic toe lock, opposite hand and foot, and look behind you with a half bind. Alright, if you, let's say, want to go into peacock to the left with a straddle. Alright, let's start to finish up. Take the hands to the floor, half split. So stacking your hips over your left knee, flexing of the right foot. Step the right foot down, walk the right foot a few inches further forward, lunging forward, we're going for the split. Hanumanasana. Alright, let's shift it back one more time for your hamstring stretch, preparing for your hamstrings and your hips. And the next time you start to move forward, lighten the weight to your right heel so you can slide the right foot forward pretty easily. Then left knee back, right foot forward, left knee back. That's how you incrementally work toward your split. Now, if you're not able to come all the way down, keep your hands supporting. Or you can use your blocks to your hamstrings, right, to your right hamstring. Right? That helps to prop you up. And then you can put a good amount of weight on here so you can reduce the amount of weight to your hands and perhaps sitting up taller, maybe even take some variations. Right? Rather than using blocks, you can also use your blankets, right? And that might actually reduce the height of the prop and progressively get you lower into your split. If you're taking variations in your split, you can side bend. Alright, start to release, come back up, lift the seat up. And again, be light on that right heel so that you can easily slide back. Then step the right foot forward, lunge forward, and press your palms to the floor, tuck the back toes, and step the right foot back. I like to take extended malasana, heels together, toes apart, bending at the knees, and draw down. And take your way back to down dog and walk it out side to side. Inhale, left heel up. Step the left foot forward, right knee comes down. Crescent moon on the second side. Lunge forward, set up the base, arms up, Venus Mudra. Then, taking the variations of your choice, if you're wrapping your hands back behind you, take the other thumb on top. Side bending to the left. Side bending to the right. Binding. Hand to foot, mermaid one. Grabbing the outside of the right foot with the right hand, left arm up. Revolve position. Left hand to right foot, twisting to your left. Mermaid two, slip the right foot to your right elbow crease, left arm can reach up, left arm can reach back to bind. Bekasana, frog pose, right palm pressing to top of the right foot. You can take Dharma Mitra's variation, opposite yogic toe lock, twisting to look behind you with a half bind. You You have many options. All right, then I also took peacock. All right, let's start to work on that split. So hands to either side of the left foot. Shift the weight back into the half split. So you're lining up the hips over your right knee, flexing the left foot, stretching your left calf and the hamstring. Starting here. All right, step the left foot down. Inch your left foot forward a few inches and lunge forward again. So you're going progressively into a deeper lunge, deeper hamstring stretch. All right, shift it back again into your half split. So be light on that front heel so that you can slide the left heel forward, inch your right knee back. Slide the left heel forward, inch your right knee back. So work progressively. Keep your hands supporting as you make your way into the split of your abilities, right? Again, working with blocks or blankets to your left hamstrings. Or if you're really high here, right, and you're not able to come down that far, and you have two blocks, right? Blocks could be quite helpful to help you stay up as well. Right, so if you're quite high, this is a great place to be. Right, so don't underestimate the helpfulness of props, right? Yes, to some degree they help you and it makes it easier, right? And easier doesn't always mean that it's less productive. Easier could actually help you because you are going into the pose with more structure, right? With more support. Then once you're there, rather than struggling, right? You can just kind of quietly and mindfully just kind of sink into the poses. And through time, right, and repetition, the poses get a little bit easier because hopefully you're getting stronger and you're getting more flexible. And then in addition, right, you'll also be more aware of what your alignment is so that you can go more easily into the pose. Right? If you're always just struggling into a pose, it actually tightens your muscles, right? It makes it actually, in the long run, more difficult to go into the deeper ones. All right, for those of you going further to take your variations in your split. All right, let's start to break. So again, be light on that front heel. With the hands supporting, lift up and gently slide that foot back and come back into the half split. Then step the left foot down and lunge forward, coming into that low lunge, that crescent moon shape. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knees. Step the left foot back, extend in Malasana. Toes apart, heels together, bend at the knees and sit toward the heels. All right, release, kick the knees down. Second setup, forearm stands. It could be forearm stand anything. Forearm stand scorpions. I'm going to take forearm stand push-ups today. Now, if you're not taking forearm stand the full position with the legs up, you can do preparation, right? So, setting up with crossing at the arms, grab the elbows. That's to measure out your shoulders. Take the forearms down. Parallel to each other. Tuck the toes under, lift the head and gaze to the floor. All you're doing, if you're doing preparation, is walking it in. And feet together, knees together. You see how walking it in, now it's giving you back body flexibility, right? The closer you walk in, the more flexibility required. You can also work on lifting, lowering a bunch of times, right? And that will give you mobility into your toes, your ankle joints. Also, it's building up strength and flexibility in your shoulders and upper back, right? Eventually to carry you into the first steps of going to forearm stand, which is jumping, right? A little bit. Alright, so if you're just taking preparation, go ahead and just take preparation. If you're taking forearm stands, any variations you like. My challenge for you today is forearm stand push-ups. Right? You can take it as a fist, or you can take your forearm stand to parallel. So first, take it to your forearm stand, and then however many push-ups you can manage to do, and stay balancing. I took 7.5. Whenever you're ready, child's pose to rest a little bit. Alright, take it back up to down dog. Inhale, raise right leg up, three-legged dog. Step the right foot forward. Low lunge. Take the arms up high, high lunge. Warrior 3, and then we'll flip that upside down to warrior 4. So, tip forward, warrior 3. Stay in warrior 3 and wrap the hands back behind you and take a bind. Stay with the hands bound. Start to stand up. Draw the left knee up and forward, setting up for the flipping of that warrior 3 upside down into warrior 4. Once your heels forward, gaze upwards. Check into a spot for balance, and then lean the upper torso back the best you can, and try to hold it. Start to finish up. Through the warrior 3. Step it back to warrior 1. Open it up. Warrior 2. Lengthen out the right leg. Turn the right toes to left side. Organize your feet so that your toes are just a little bit closer to your heels. And make sure that you are symmetrical, left and right. Hands to hips. Lift up for back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Once your hands come down, re-lengthen your spine on the exhale. Keep that lengthiness, hinge at the hips to draw forward into that forward fold. You may remain staying here in the forward fold. You can take any inversion you like. You can take any twist you like. Walk your left hand to center, walk your right hand to center, and then raising the other arm up. Right? Also, you can walk over to one side and fold over that leg. You can go over to the other side. Right? So I'll give you about 10 breaths. Your choice, whatever you want to do. I think I'll take a straddling handstand and then see where that goes. So I don't know what it's called, but I just took straddling handstand to raise the legs up, then take the legs back down, and then lowering the legs to hover, right? And I don't know in gymnastics what it's called, but it's basically like a floating straddling seated straddle, right? A floating seated straddle, which means I was balancing on my hands, but I was in a seated straddle position, right? So I was hovering in space. Okay, so I don't know what that's called in gymnastics. All right. When you're ready to come out of the pose, hands to the floor, bend the knees, so the seat drop a little bit, and so with that, lift the head and the upper back, so you're coming through a straighter spine. Then shift the weight back toward your heels and come up through the strength of the legs for warrior two. Flip the front palm, reverse warrior, and then hands to the floor. Chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Inhale, left heel up. Step the left foot forward. Low lunge, arms up, high lunge. Shifting forward to warrior three, binding hands, then stand up to flip upside down to warrior four. All right, so warrior three. Wrap the hands back behind you, take the other thumb on top. Start to stand up. Draw the right knee in, draw the right hip forward. Once you balance, gaze up to the sky, look for a spot to balance on. Then start to lean the upper torso back. And eventually we're looking for one flat plane. All right, come back through warrior three to step back for warrior one, releasing hands. Open it up. Warrior two, lengthen out the left leg. Turn the left toes to right side. And then again, organize your feet. Toes are turned in just a little bit closer than your heels. Hands to the hips. Lift up for the back bend. On the exhale, take it forward. Once your hands touch down, re-lengthen your spine, keeping that lengthiness. Hinge at the hips to take it forward. I haven't done this in a while, since I have a wall with me. I'm going to do a headstand up against the wall, and I'm taking my hands off the floor and just balancing on my head. So many of us have seen Dharmamitra do this, right? He does it in the middle of the room. I cannot do that. I'm nowhere near that. So I'm going to use a blanket, my head, feet up against the wall, and then arms up. Alright, so I kept it short only because I haven't done that in probably years, and I just don't want to put too much pressure on my head. And my cervical spine, because I'm not really trained for it at this point, because I don't do that kind of weight bearing on my head with much intensity, right? Not like that at least. So I'm just going to be super cautious and not overdo it. All right, so straddling forward. All right, let's begin to finish up Hands supported to the floor. Bend the knees, let the seat drop a little. Shift the weight back toward your heels. Lift the head and the upper back, and then through the strength of the legs and the lengthy spine, make your way up to Warrior Two. Reverse Warrior. Hands to the floor, left foot stepping back plank. Inhale one breath, exhale Chaturanga. Inhale up dog, exhale down dog. Left leg up for pigeon, left knee toward the nose, land that shin to the floor. Set up the pose, elongate through the spine, and make your way forward. Let's take a variation together. All right, if you're taking variations in your pigeon, start to finish up. All right, let's lift back up, take the left seat down, swing the right leg around. All right, so you're going to take the right knee over your shoulder. Shift to your sacrum, raise your left leg, and then you're going to grab the left foot and hold it. Not quite sure what I want to do with my right foot. Maybe grab both sides of your left leg. And the right tricep is holding up the right leg. And so I was thinking maybe I can still wrap the arm around the leg to hold it up. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. I feel like my right leg is more secure. If I wrap my right arm around the right leg and hold it up, and then take the left leg up. Yogi toe up is not so pretty. This is prettier, I think. All right, release, draw the left heel back, swing the right leg back around, and through that pigeon, walk back to down dog, pedal out. Inhale, right heel up, three-legged dog. Right knee in for pigeon, land shin to the floor. Inch your left knee back, elongate through the spine, and then once you're set up, make your way forward. And so most of us just stay here in the pigeon. Maybe a few of you who are familiar with my practice know that any time we're holding a pose is your opportunity to start to take some variations, right? So I didn't mention it necessarily what your options were, but if you knew what you were doing, we already started, right? So I'll give you about 3 more breaths to finish up so that we can take the other option together. Sorry for all the sounds that you're hearing. My neighbors are, I guess, doing some moving, so sometimes you can't control these things, right? All right, let's start to finish up. Walk it back in. Take the right seat down. Swing the left leg around. All right, so first, we're going to take a leg cradle to carry the left knee over the left shoulder, right? As high up as you can. So we're going to take the option of keeping the left arm, holding up the leg, maybe with a Jnana Mudra, right? And I think it's more elegant if you point the toes or yogi your toes. Then shift to the sacrum, raise your right leg, support the right leg with the right hand, and Sit up as tall as you can and pike it in as close as you can. I'm trying to find the most elegant shape here. I think this is it. All right, start to release. Draw the right heel back in. Swing the left leg back. And then walk it back to the down dog, pedaling out the legs, walking it out side to side. And walk your feet forward toward your hands and take the seat down. Extend the legs forward. With your hands supporting to either side, sliding the hands out, and that will help assist you in lowering onto your back. Keep the left arm onto a T, take the left knee in, and twist to the right. And take it back to center, switch legs, switch arms, twist to the left. Take it back to center again, hug the knees in. Step the feet to the floor, slide the legs forward. Shavasana, final relaxation. Let the feet separate, toes turn out. Arms alongside the body, palms face up, and let it all go. Begin to draw the breath back in. Moving your fingers and your toes. Reach the arms overhead, stretching in opposite directions. When you're ready, roll over to the right side and come up to a comfortable cross-legged position. Reconnecting to an even seat, a lengthy spine, shoulders broad, breath deep, and let the neck be free. Inhale from. Hands together in prayer, bowing forward, sealing the practice. Come up. Namaste, everybody. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, and my full streaming schedule is on my website, as well as my payment information for Venmo and for PayPal. My preferred way of payment is through Venmo, and my handle is Simha Yoga Lab, and the 4-digit ID code is 8096. If you're prompted for it, and classes are $10. If you're having a difficult time right now, $5 is fine. Please do the best you can. So I stream on Instagram and Facebook, and then the videos are saved and posted on those two platforms. Then I also save the videos onto, actually upload my videos onto my YouTube channel, which is Simha Yoga Lab. And the video audio is better on my YouTube right? So if the video audio is a little bit shaky on the Instagram, Facebook, I encourage you to go to YouTube instead. Okay, thank you again for your time. Have a great day and stay safe, be well.